Hi everyone, welcome back to Message from Serenity. So I'm making this video today because there has been so much turmoil and hate and open wounds in our country that now more than ever we need to change. We literally need to change. And I want to share with you all an experience that I had here a couple of weeks ago and how I responded to it. Because I myself was verbally attacked by some racist person. Now, mind you, I do live in California, but since the coronavirus attack, I have been staying in Georgia with my parents. So I was staying with my sister because she also lives here, and she lives in a predominantly Caucasian area down here. And it's very, very nice. I've never had any issues. There's a lake near her place, and I run usually, it's a 2-mile radius, so I usually run in the mornings or I jog to exercise. This particular day, I went late in the evening, and instead of going my regular route, I actually went the opposite way around. So it was just so beautiful. I didn't run this time. I actually walked and I looked at nature, and I seen animals that I didn't really notice because I was used to jogging. So I had a very, very pleasant experience on my walk around. And coming up to the end of my walk, I remember walking past one of the complexes, and by the river, by the lake, I see a Spanish family. There's a male, a female, and they have a daughter. She's probably about, 4 or 5 years old. So I noticed them, I walked past, and then as soon as I walked past them, I hear someone from the window shout, "Effing in." Now, this wasn't anyone from the family. It was some random person, and they felt that they needed to verbally attack me, and they were hoping for a response or to get some sort of reaction out of me. Now, me, the way I view things, I am someone who is of African descent. I consider myself African American, but the N-word does nothing to me because that word I don't recognize. I don't even know who that is, what that is. So to me, I know that the person was directing it towards me, but if this was me a few years ago, I probably would have turned around or shouted something or tried to attack that person, but I didn't. I moved forward and I kept walking like I did not hear a thing. I did not give them any sort of response because it wasn't going to do anything for me. So I kept walking, and then I hear someone, the guy with his family, and he says, "Hey man, we've got kids out here." And the guy, whoever shouted that ignorant word, had nothing to say. Now, I'm sharing this story with you because it's very important, and like I said, the events that have been happening right now has sparked a reaction, and unfortunately it's been a negative one with people, and we just need to change the way we respond and how we treat each other. Now, that guy who shouted those ignorant remarks, he did not know me. He had no idea who I was, what I did. He just simply shouted something very ignorant because of however he grew up, his environment, and the color of my skin. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I am very sweet, I'm caring, and I'm a very loving person. And for someone like that, it's very unfortunate how they could allow themselves to be so simple-minded that they cannot allow themselves to open up their mind and experience something else, to learn something new, to grow. And for that, I feel very, very sad for someone who lives at such a low level and a low place in their life. So that just brings me back to just changing the way you respond and how you react to certain things. Be aware, yes, of your environment, which I was, and I could have been very rude to him as well. But then how would that make me look? Am I being the better person? Am I being a bigger person by doing that? Are two wrongs going to make a right? No, they don't. And in my experience, I laughed when I told my sister this story because I didn't have to do anything, right? I just simply walked away and someone else took up for me. And that guy, that ignorant guy who shouted out of his window, he had nothing to say, nothing at all, because he knew that he was in the wrong and he was not mindful. And that's a very important piece too I want to add. Being mindful about who you are around and what you say. That guy didn't care that there was a little kid out there who was around. He just wanted attention. He just wanted to feel better about himself for whatever reason. And in his mind, I didn't hear him, first, because I didn't say anything. And second, he was rude. He was so rude, and people heard him. And he had no response after that. So, just in my thoughts about what's been going on right now in the trending news, like I said, you have to be very careful about what you allow your mind to see, what you're opening yourself up to. I myself have not personally watched the video of George Floyd or any of the racial attack killing videos that have surfaced on the internet because I don't want to open myself up to anything like that. You know, when you view certain things, you know, you initially will get a reaction, you'll become emotional, and you have to think of those certain images and videos are being put out. What is that going to do? What is that going to do for you? So I just want to let people know, be very mindful about what you're viewing and how you respond. We need to change the way we respond to certain things. And that just outside of just racial attacks, anything, we need to be more open-minded. We have to learn about people. We can't just have these simple-minded ideas and closed off ways of thinking. We need to expand if we're going to grow in general as a person, you know. It's just very unfortunate what's been happening, but you know, I want to take the time to share my story, my experience, and my results from it. Because my results for me not reacting, I was just like, it was like heaven for me. I laughed so hard once I got back to my sister's place and I was able to share that story with her because, like Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you must go high. And two wrongs never equal a right. You always have to find some sort of balance and do the opposite thing. Do the right thing. So open up your mind, open up your way of thinking. Don't be closed-minded. There's so much to learn. There's a whole universe out here. You know, that old way of thinking, that's done, it's over with. We have to start treating each other with respect and being more mindful. Meditating every day. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes. That is what will truly change the world. So, until next time, peace, love, and blessings. Bye-bye.